out of focus, but that's okay. But this is not okay. All right, so we are live on YouTube. Yo, do I even want to start with yo? I don't think I can start with yo. What is going on, everybody? Today is another special day, but before I get into that, let me go ahead and play the intro music.
Perhaps your skills do extend a bit farther than basketball.
As I was saying, my name is Dante. We are Chez Dante, and today we've got a special episode. Why is it a special episode? Because today is we got a rare occurrence coming up within this upcoming week. We got UFC 284, Islam Makhachev versus Alexander the Great Volkanovski. Does Islam even have a nickname? I don't know. We should look that up. Anyways, I'm going to be doing a live prediction. So I'm going to be just going through the card, seeing who I like, and making picks that way. And yeah, that should be today's episode. I don't know how long it'll take me to go through or what I have to say. But in the meantime, I do want to actually start brewing some tea. So while that's going, let me just go ahead and play this intermission music that I finally have set up. Good to go. Let me start the kettle, and I will be right back.
Tell you good night, 'cause I'll buy no matter what, yeah. Susceptible now, before the moment flies. Ooh, so tell you good night, 'cause I'll buy no matter what. Ooh, susceptible. It's not a problem, no, 'cause I know what I'm getting into, yes, yeah, and nothing can stop me, no, 'cause I'm addicted to what you and I realize. Lead the way, I follow, no need to say where we are heading now, babe. I follow to the edge of it all. So tell you good night, 'cause I'll buy no matter what,
I'm back. Sorry about that delay. As I was saying, UFC 284. Now that I have my tea with me, that was a lot longer than what I was expecting, but you know how it be. We got once again grateful to Vaughn for putting me on this pre or during tea during production tea. I don't know. It's a whole vibe. But either way, um, yeah, let's just go for it. UFC 284. Who do we got? Who's on the card? Should be a good one. I'm excited. One of the reasons I'm excited is because one of the things with the UFC that you don't really see in other sports is like, you know, the best fight the best play the best. And it's not really a scripted outcome, right? So the best play the best, and you don't know how it's going to turn out, which is why I love the sport of UFC. So I have the card here, and let's just go right through it. Excuse me. So first we got Zubair. Zubair's on the card. Okay, so we got Zubair versus Elves Brenner. Off rip, I gotta go with Zubair. I mean, his last fight was kind of close if I remember correctly, but I'm biased. I'm biased towards Dagestani fighters, so there's that. Next we have Shane Young versus Blake Builder. I think I've seen Shane Young. I think he had a tough setback if I remember correctly, but I believe, let me actually, once again, I always say this every single time. Well, you should do research before I come up here and talk live. Shane Young from New Zealand, yeah. So he's from New Zealand. I'm pretty sure he trains with Izzy and them boys at City Kickboxing. Yeah, so he's at City Kickboxing. He's out there, you know, doing the striking, and yeah, we'll see how that goes. Who is he fighting? Shane Young versus Blake Builder. I'm going with Shane Young once again. Here's the thing. The way I make my picks, it seems, I say it's biased, but it's more like a repeating pattern in a way. So, I mean, I'm picking Zubair mainly because he trains with, you know, Khabib and Islam and those guys. Shane Young, he trains with Izzy. I'm going with him, and I don't really know the other guys in those two fights, so there's that. Now, Blake Builder is 7-0, so that's something to, you know, look into. Next, we got women's strawweight Luma Lookboonmee versus Elise Reed. Luma Lookboonmee is I believe she's originally a Muay Thai fighter, and she had like over like 100 fights in Muay Thai. And she ended up fighting Angela Hill in a striking match, and Angela pieced her up. And Angela Hill is also a kickboxer. She did Muay Thai as well, but I think Angela was a bit more of a complete fighter in that fight. Now, not Lomachenko, Loma Lookboonmee versus Elise Reed. I don't know too much about Elise. Let's see, where is she from? Who's she training with? Is there any data? Who is this person? Who is she fought? Can I see a record or something? Okay, Elise Reed, decision. She got KO'd by Sam Hughes. And then she beat Corey McKenna by decision. Okay, well, I think, to be honest, I'm leaning towards Loma. Just off of like striking pedigree and stuff like that. To me, that one's kind of a toss up. It could be either one. But I'm leaning towards Loma. So who do we got so far? We got Zubair, Shane, Loma. Next we have now Jamie Mularkey's got a fight against Francisco Prado. So Jamie Mullarkey, another up and coming fighter. He's been really good. He's been really making a name for himself. Now he's fighting Francisco Prado, which I don't know who he is. He is 11-0. So there's that 11-0 versus 15-5. However, is this Francisco's debut? Let's pull it up. Let's go to the Tapology. Okay, so he's making his debut. Wow. I gotta go with Jamie Mullarkey. He's fighting on home soil, I believe, right? Australian. Yeah, he's fighting on home soil, home crowd advantage. He's a great fighter against someone making a debut in Australia. I'm going with Mullarkey on that one. And that, I guess, closes up, at least for the fighters that I know, the early prelim. Let's go over to the prelim card because we got some fights. Ooh, a few of them are canceled, actually. Wow. So Costa versus Whitaker is supposed to be on this fight. Wow. I guess I totally forgot about that. Who else do we got? Tyson Pedro versus Modestas Bukauskas. That should be a good fight. I'm leaning towards Tyson Pedro. He's had a bit of a resurgence, if I believe. He won one and then he lost one and then came back with like 2 good knockouts, sir. He was away. Let's see. Wow. So he's on a 2-fight win streak. Both of them knockouts in last year. Both in the first round. So that's good. Now he is fighting a last-minute replacement. So that could factor in. But Modestas is also a really good fighter, if I remember correctly. And he... Yeah. Honestly, I think I'm leaning towards Tyson on this one. And just in terms of striking, probably faster, more agile. Yeah. So once again, we got Tyson Pedro. Got Jamie Mullarkey, Loma Lukbunmi, Shane Young, Zubair Tukhugov. To the main card. Let's go. This is such a good card. Like, I'm sad. Ooh, I forgot I got tea. Let's take a sip. Still hot. This is such a good card. I really wish that well, actually, I don't know what I'm complaining about. I wasn't. Anyways, great card. Would have loved to see more promo, more hype on this one. Once again, this is rank 1 versus rank 1 to find out who's the most rankiest of winningest, if that makes any sense. It's not too often you see 2 guys who are considered GOATs of their division in their peak fighting one another, right? So we got one guy at 155, peak physical ability, peak skills. Like this guy's elite, all right? Islam Makhachev versus Alexander Volkanovski, who's been taking out everybody in his division. You know, also looking good, looking quick. His last fight against Korean Zombie he was too fast. He was, he looked like he was time skipping against him. You know what I mean? Like Korean Zombie had nothing to offer, which hate to see it, but man, that was a great performance. So those 2 guys fighting. I'll talk about my pick later. Anyways, back to the main card. Who do we got? Who do we got on the main card? We got Jimmy Crute versus Alonzo Menifield. Jeez. That should be a good fight. I'm going to go with Alonzo on this one. I'm gonna go with Alonso on this one. That one's gonna be a little bit harder to maybe decipher why, but I think I'm gonna go with Alonso on this one, just because I know he's been on the come up. I mean, everyone's on the come up. Everyone's doing something, but I mean, Jimmy Crute is 12-3. Alonso Menifield is 13-3. Who has Jimmy Crute fought lately? Oh, he got knocked out by Jamal Hill. And he got knocked out by Anthony Smith. He did knock out Modestas Bukauskas, though. But that was in 2020. So he's been on a bit of a skid. If I remember correctly, he was released from the UFC and then he came back or something like that. I don't remember. So yeah, I'm gonna go with Alonso on this one. We'll see how that one goes. I think that's my first blue corner pick of the day so far. Next, we got Justin Tafa versus Parker Porter. This one's a swang and bang fight. All right, this one's swanging and banging, and if it's swanging and banging, you got to go with Justin Tafa on this one. I think maybe Parker Porter, even though he's bigger, he probably is gonna move more, whereas Justin Tafa is gonna march him down and just lay it on him, I guess. Yeah, Justin Tafa is only 5-3 though, so not too much experience, but he's been kickboxing with like Mark Hunt since he was a kid, basically. So yeah, I think I gotta go with Justin Tafa on that one. Next we've got this is a good one, Jack Della Maddalena versus Randy Rude Boy Brown. All right, Rude Boy. Yeah, so we got Jack versus Randy. Great fight. Oh my goodness. Jack is, once again, I keep saying this, but he's like one of those guys on the come up, just on the tear, going through everybody he's fought, just ripping them. Like, who's messaging me at this time of the day? Don't they know I'm live? Yeah. So look at this. We got Jack Della Maddalena KO versus Danny Roberts in the first round. KO versus Ramazan Emeev in the first round. KO of Pete Rodriguez in the first round. Now that one was a little bit sus. I mean, Pete Rodriguez, I think he was making his debut and a little bit sus on that one, but still, first round KO. So 3 first round KOs in a row since starting the UFC. So this guy is, like I said, up and coming, on a tear, looking like just crazy sick. You know what I mean? Like, this is the kind of stuff you like to see. And then, so he's going to be fighting Randy Rude Boy Brown. And, Randy has also been doing really well. I've been following him for a while. He's been in the UFC for a while. And it seems like he's just getting his how do I say this? He's just getting his recognition now. So it's like people have known how good he is. He's good. He could stick on the outside. He'll pop the jab. He'll boom, 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 out of there. Oh, my face. Boom, 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 out of there. You know what I mean? Just stick and move. And he's got really good head movement. It's almost like watching like an Anderson Silva, Floyd Mayweather, Michael Venom Page type deal. You know what I mean? Like he just pop, 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 boom. Philly show. He's rolling and da-da-da-da-da. And then also, he actually got one of the first one arm. This guy got a one arm. Was it a one arm rear naked choke or something like that? Like, literally just one arm wrapped it around the guy and just tapped him. So, great. Should be a great fight. Me personally, I'm going with Randy Brown. I would like to actually see the odds on this one. Let me see the UFC. Let's check the odds. Let's check the odds, because if Randy Rude Boy, if he's the underdog, I mean that's the one to bet on. Oh my goodness, he's the underdog right now. Yo, you heard it here live first. All right, Randy Brown is the underdog. If there's an underdog to bet on this card, it would be Randy Brown. All right, like it would be if I would place like a $5 bet. And you could win. Like you'd be able to win probably like $20 back or something. Like, yeah, I think Randy Brown. I think that would be a proper underdog pick. Be hard to tell, but I'm going Randy on that one. Well, next we've got Yair Rodriguez versus Josh Emmett. Whoo, co-main event. I believe this is for the featherweight interim title, so the 145, because Alexander is going up to contest for 155. Now, Yair Rodriguez versus Josh Emmett. Now, these are two. This is a striker versus striker matchup. Now, I don't doubt that they can both grapple, but they both like to strike. Yair's strikes are like super flashy, spinning kicks, cartwheel kicks, two tap, spinning roundhouse kicks, da-da-da-da-da. Whereas Josh Emmett is more like, you know, just John Lineker, right hand, just one and done. He's looking to knock you out. So now we have those two strikers fighting each other. I think it'll take more. I think it'll take more for Yair to get the knockout, like more strikes against Josh Emmett, and Josh Emmett only really needs one. So there's that. So I think, you know, Yair has to be like super patient. He can't rush anything. He's got to stay focused, which might be a little bit difficult, you know, in the moment. He's got to just stay focused, stay moving, keep himself at distance. Don't try and get too close. Don't let Emmett in too close. And Emmett literally just got to go in and, you know, land a good punch. And I think he'll knock Rodriguez out. Do I think he could do that within 15 minutes? Yes. Let's check his record real quick. Boom. Yeah, so, I mean, he's got a mixture of decisions and knockouts. If it goes to the decision, I don't think he'll win a decision against. Although, here's what I'm thinking, right? He could win a decision if Yair, like, gasses himself out in the first, like, 2 rounds, trying all his, you know, spinning shit. So there's that. If Yair goes out guns blazing and doesn't knock him out, or, you know, he's going for a spinning stuff, nothing's landing, I think Emmett could win a decision that way. But if he does get tired, if he doesn't get tired and he's able to be efficient with his strikes, I think Yair could also win the decision. So, and it's also going to be a 5-round fight. I don't know if Yair has done a 5-round fight. I mean, he did do one. He did a 5-round fight against Korean Zombie, which was crazy. And so Josh Emmett did a 5-round fight against Calvin Kattar, which he won. When was Yair's last 5-round fight? He did a 5-round fight against Holloway in which he lost in 2021. Really? I don't even remember that one. That's crazy. So, yeah, it's been a while since he's done a 5-round fight, whereas Emmett, he's done recently. I'm leaning towards Emmett. Yep, that's going to be my pick. So we got Emmett. And now, for the main event, I'm going Islam Makhachev. All right, pack it up. No, but seriously, I think you got to go Islam on this one. Like, just from the way these guys train, you know me, I have my biases, but it's like it's biased for a reason. Like the proof is in the pudding. You know what I mean? Like they're just so good and so hard to defeat unless you get hit with the lucky punch, which Islam has been hit. Like he has been knocked out with a one punch knockout. But I think since then he's learned his lesson, and it's going to be even harder to land that one punch. Now I've been seeing people say online that, you know, Volkanovski's faster and, you know, he's got better movement and, you know, he's shorter, so it's going to be harder to land the takedown. But people forget, you know. Like people like Islam and Khabib, they don't need to take you down out in the open, right? So that's not even going to really be an issue. What I think the issue would be is if he can't pin Volkanovski up against the cage to get a takedown. That's where the issue lies. But even then, I don't really see that as an issue because I think at some point Volkanovski is going to get caught in the cage. But you know, Volkanovski, he's squirmy. You know what I mean? Like he'll shuck and jive out of the corner. He'll shuck and jive out of the, you know, the side of the cage. So it's going to be hard. But I think Islam, with just his skill set, right? He's got, and I've been saying this, he has a finishing skill set, meaning all his skills lead to him finishing the fight like immediately, right? Whereas we haven't really seen that from Volkanovski. Like, let me see. He's got some knockouts, but it's not like he's got like a standing TKO, which, you know, I count as a knockout, but he didn't like put him out to sleep. You know what I mean? But then again, you literally, the only person I've seen put Zombie out was Yair with a crazy, you know, upward elbow. So he's got 2 KOs in 2018, and then no KOs since. He's just been decision, standing KO. Okay, so so 3 KOs in the last couple of years. Now, where Islam, you know, you make one mistake, you get to the ground, and he's, you know, it's almost like trying to go into the guard with Brian Ortega, and we go back to the Brian Ortega-Volkanovski fight. He had those things locked in, bro. This is why this fight's so exciting, because Volkanovski's not going to tap, right? So we got a guy. Actually, you know what? I don't think it matters, because Islam's squeeze is different level, brother. It's different. That's another soundboard I need. It's different level, brother. Anyways, this is a different level squeeze, and it's different level technique. Will he be able to survive it? Probably. He might be able to survive the first few. But I don't know about... Yeah, I don't know if he could survive all of them. Because there's probably some entries, some pathways into submissions that Volkanovski's never even seen, because these guys, they don't just spill the bean in all their moves. Like we forget. Khabib went through his whole career being able to submit people easily, but not doing it. Right? So he would beat up Iaquinta for 5 rounds, beat up Edson Barboza for 5 rounds, just smash. And then he goes against Justin Gaethje, and he's like, well, I could pull out this armbar, but you know, I don't want to break his arm in front of his family, so let me just put him to sleep. And he's just doing that mid-fight, like, let me choose the merciful route. Mid-fight against Justin Gaethje. Like, who does that? You know what I mean? So I'm sure Islam's got some moves. And especially, once again, if he gets Volkanovski up against the cage, he's got trips. Like, what? The only way I see Volkanovski winning is, you know, one punch knockout, which is possible, but very unlikely. Maybe he lands a lot of leg kicks, and maybe Islam can't shoot for the takedown anymore, but, you know, that's a possibility right there. Maybe Maybe he's training leg kicks to take away the steam of the takedowns, which is a proper strategy. So we'll see. But can he land enough leg kicks before he gets taken down? That's the question, because the way these guys fight is like once they take you down, you've basically lost a round, right? Because they're not going to let you get up. You're just going to get beat up. You might even get submitted. Yeah, like I said, off rip, it's Islam I'm going with on this one. But, I like Alexander Volkanovski, and I like this matchup. It's a good fight. Number one versus number one. It should be a great fight. I'm tuning in. I hope you guys are tuning in. And, I think I'm going to wrap it up there. If you guys enjoyed that episode, make sure you check the link in the description below. Make sure you sign up for the Patreon. Help support independent media. We're trying to do this thing without the big corporations and all that stuff. So if you like to, support the platform, help the channel grow and all that, make sure you tell a friend to tell a friend. Make sure you share this with somebody. And make sure you comment down below who you got for this week's event. And until the next time, peace, y'all. Actually, hold on. Before I go, let me go ahead and play the outro music.
Further.
I'm sorry?
You said my skills extend farther than the basketball court. Farther relates to distance. Further is a definition of degree. You should have said further.
Boom. All right. So I think I might just stay live a little bit longer. And on the second thought, with the construction starting, it's a no from me. But I hope you guys enjoyed that live stream. Definitely going to be doing more. Yeah. Until the next time, to all the live viewers out there, peace, and I'll catch y'all on the next one.